Alright guys, and before we get into today's video, can I ask you all to please leave a big like on this video. As you can see, we've been adding more textures to the Spook texture pack, and as I said, as soon as a video gets 1,000 likes, I will be releasing my Halloween pack. So please leave a like on this video. Join my Discord if you haven't already. We're almost at 5,000 members. We're literally like 30 away, so join my Discord and let's get into the video. What is going on, guys? SuchSpeed here. Welcome back to another video. So today, as you guys can see by the title, we're going to be talking about Badlion possibly returning. I'll actually put a timestamp on the screen right now where I begin talking about that. But as you guys can see, today we are playing on the server, the Archon. Now, if you guys don't know the Archon, which I'm sure a lot of you probably do, it used to be a very popular faction server from back in the day. The IP is in the description down below. I also have the website here. You guys can come check it out as well. And the shop, it also features here on, yeah, there you can see the shop is right there as well. But as you guys can clearly see, we're going to be making a video on here today. I want to show off some things before we get into the actual episode of what we're talking about. I just want to say, if you guys haven't already, put the Archon in your server list. I'm actually in the highest faction already. It's called North Korea, so I'm in North Korea right now, I guess. But do F show. As you can see, this faction is literally huge. Like, it is a huge power faction. We even have our own Discord, which is pretty cool. But we have a lot of enemies. I believe the owner is called Ryan Pro. He's literally the owner, or Ryan Poe. And I've actually spoke to him before. He's a cool guy. So anyway, before we get into the video, I want to quickly show off this thing that they gave me. And as you can see, we've made some more progress on the texture pack. So I know a lot of you guys have been talking about the texture pack. I even said it at the start of this video. I changed up the texture pack a little bit. As you can see, we've got like cobwebs on the actual gapple now, which is really cool. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open this crate first and look at what we can get. This is literally everything we can get. This was an October crate, so it's still in the month of October. So you guys can purchase this on the store. So I'm going to go ahead and open this right now. I believe you can get one of every item. I'm actually not sure. I'm assuming so, but we're going to go ahead and open it. Okay, so you can click to begin. So, okay, we can get so many items. Large money pouch and a cell wand. Okay, so we got another large money pouch, 2 Enderman spawners. Alright guys, and welcome to the main portion of today's video. So as you guys can see right now, we have some background gameplay on Archon. For today, I'm really just going to be talking to you guys, giving my own opinion, seeing what you guys think as well. Let me know in the comment section. I want to get a load of comments in this video. The whole point of this video is to really just ask you guys what you think about this. Ask the community what you guys would think about if Badlion possibly made a return. Now, we're going to be talking about why Badlion haven't returned so far, like what is stopping them, I suppose, and, you know, the positives and the reason I personally think it, you know, it should return. So as you guys know, the Badlion was a huge server back in the day from like 2015 to 2017. It was huge, maybe even before that. I think the main portion of Badlion's success was in 2016. They used to get like 10k players at one point, not like all the time, but when they did like huge events, when they did these tournaments and whatnot, when everyone was, you know, playing on Badlion, it was really popular. Since then, it kind of died down to the point where they shut down and made it client-side only. Well, made a client, you know, the Badlion client. That's the product of the Badlion team, pretty much shutting their servers down, still providing a way for people to play without getting hacked on, I suppose, using the client. And some servers are actually partnered with Badlion now, which is pretty cool to see that. Even the Archon, the server I'm playing on, is actually partnered up with Badlion as well. Badlion shut down for a numerous amount of reasons. I think one main one is just competition. A lot of YouTubers were going elsewhere, which, as you guys know, YouTubers are like a large portion of the reason players play on a server. Badlion was typically always really promoted by YouTubers just because they enjoyed the servers. When other servers started offering money to these YouTubers, then they would dip out and make their own thing. You know, a lot of servers succeeded while Badlion was falling down. For example, Ultra, and there's been a few others as well, like a few other UHC servers which damaged Badlion, which, to be honest, I don't blame people for doing. You know, Badlion at the time weren't really doing anything right. They weren't listening to the community. So if, you know, YouTubers offered money and is offered a chance to do UHC better, then, you know, you can understand why they took it, right? Jump forward to a few months ago, so myself and Archie became owners on Arcane UHC, so we decided to try and make UHC on Arcane, which worked out for short term. It actually did pretty well, considering we got like 400 players in quite a few games. You know, we did change UHC. A lot of people didn't like it too much. I think it's a portion of, you know, we didn't make any updates. We didn't really have the dev team behind, you know, doing UHC. We didn't really have any motivation. You know, it was mainly just myself. Archie wasn't as active as he could be. In general, it kind of flopped just because no one really put like too much effort into it. I was trying to, but obviously myself as a busy person, I have like university and like I have a lot of other things going on on alongside of owning Arcane. You know, I do YouTube as well. It was very difficult to maintain UHC, and that's pretty much the reason you guys aren't seeing UHC now. Right now, I guess the high list organization is working on Velt heavily right now instead of Arcane, which is pretty much why there's not been any UHCs at all. Bringing this back into Badlion, there isn't really any competition for Badlion. There's not like one server that I feel like the community are just playing like practice on. In the comment section, where do you play build UHC? I'm sure I'm going to see a scattered amount of different servers. There won't be like one server that's predominantly where everyone's playing. Personally, I've been playing a lot of Man Club, which I've never actually played before properly. Like, that's the thing. I find myself playing on a server I've never even played. I'm not even going to lie, their practice is very good. I mean, it is a practice server, so they focus on practice. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like there's literally no place for everyone to just be playing like build UHC, playing like, you know, regular UHC. You know, some people play no debuff. There's a load of kits that were like really loved on Badlion. You know, when I remember when they introduced combo, everyone loved that. But now I just feel like the community is so scattered across a load of different servers, whether that be like Man Club, Velt, Faithful. You know, there's like a load of big HCF or faction servers that also include practice as well. I feel like Badlion really could dominate the practice scene once again, like they did for like the most part. Even if they brought it back on like a small scale, I will explain my idea of what I think Badlion should do, or what I think they could do if they were going to return towards the end. But that's just one example. They could bring back practice. You know, there's not really a home for practice. You can apply that to pretty much most game modes, like UHC as well. A lot of people are telling me to play UHCs on like servers like Silex or play like Reddit or something, and I don't even understand. Like, a lot of people tell me to play Hypixel. I actually enjoy Hypixel when I'm not getting like hacked on, but there's not like a specific place where everyone is playing. Now, I think a lot of people have tarnished like the Badlion name. The name of Badlion is pretty tarnished, although it is like a legend server. I still feel like a lot of people would just be like, yeah, it's just Badlion, you know, we're not going to play on there. People should give it a chance again. Now, I actually did approach G-Berry like probably like 3 weeks ago, telling him you should reopen Badlion. There's literally no competition. The reason you guys were shutting down was because everyone around you was trying to do the same exact thing Badlion is doing on a larger scale, hiring, you know, YouTubers, paying them to play on their server instead of yours, and you just don't really find that anymore. You know, a lot of the people that were doing this have quit, like a lot of the UHC YouTubers, so there's not as much competition for UHC. Like, I honestly feel like Badlion could reopen and get like 800 to 1,000 players, just because the hype around, you know, reopening Badlion would be pretty crazy. Now, what I propose they should do is actually just make it on a really smaller scale, you know, just have like practice and just UHC. For example, the reason Badlion was shutting down was because they weren't really profiting, and like that's always been a problem for Badlion as long as they've been under ESL, from what I've heard. The simple solution for this is, in my opinion, just don't have like huge servers, you know, only fill for like 500 players in practice, only host UHCs for up to like 300 people, and just have those servers. Don't like, you know, purchase really expensive servers. You know, that's, I guess, the best way to do practice anyway, because you want to have a big server to support a lot of people. I just still feel like they should bring a return. I feel like they could profit if they did it on a smaller scale. For example, calling it like Badlion Light, and just not having like the huge network, just having 2 simple things to start with, you know, see if people really liked it. You know, they could make a return. They could even make it Badlion client only. I'm sure a lot of people use the Badlion client. Let me know in the comment section. I know there's a lot of 1.8 players that use the Badlion client. I know there's a lot of German players that use it as well. I don't know. Do you guys use the Badlion client? Do you still use Forge? Like, what do you guys use? I don't even know if Cheatbreaker is still around. Like, I haven't spoke about Cheatbreaker in a while. Is that even still a thing? I have no idea. I don't personally have it installed. I do feel like Badlion could actually make a return. Like, I'm trying to look at what's actually stopping them. I mean, I know they want to dedicate all their time to the client because the client is actually blowing up. I think like a few weeks ago, they reached like 6,000 members, which honestly is insane. Like, I've never seen 6,000 players just playing on one client. Like, I'd never expected that for Badlion client. Like, I knew it was going to be relatively big because they have like a constant, decent development team under it, but I wouldn't assume it would be that big. But it has become like a mainstream thing used on Hypixel, which, you know, obviously, yeah, there's a lot of 1.8 players that use it now, so I can understand why they probably wouldn't. But it would honestly be a nice thing for like us as in the community. I feel like there's still a lot of people that still would be down to come back and play. I even made a tweet just now, and I was just kind of looking at the responses. A lot of people were saying, you know, either they would come back or they wouldn't. It's kind of like a 50-50 thing, and I feel like there still would be some audience for it. Like, I still feel like there'll be a lot of players that would be willing to play it. It'd be tricky to decide, you know, would they get their ranks back? Would they, you know, make it so they have to buy rank? How would you do UHC? You know, there's a lot of things that come into it. It's also like Archie isn't really around anymore, so I mean, he's like done with Minecraft from what I've heard. So it would really just be down to G-Berry. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I would love to see it return. Like, I think UHCs on there could be fun. I think they would have to take it way back. I don't feel like they'd be able to do the same UHC from when they closed, like the 6.0 UHCs. I feel like they'd have to get like really far back and do like the old school style UHCs. You know, we tried doing that on Arcane, but it's very hard to do when the community loves literally like cut clean, like everything. They love like cookie cutter UHCs, like really basic, like, yeah, full diamond 20 minutes. Like, it's really hard to go back to an old school style when the community is so used to seeing like really easy to get diamonds, like really making it very basic to get loads of apples. Like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but it it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm all for Badlion coming back. I'm all for a lot of servers. You know, I think it would help the community. I don't know if it would necessarily profit them that hard because, you know, practice and UHC are two very hard things to actually make money from. Like, I know that for a fact because, yeah, I guess I've been around the server business now for a little while. And yeah, I mean, UHC and practice, both very hard to make money from. So it would be very hard to profit for them. But as I said, if they did it on a small scale, I feel like it would still potentially work. So it's an interesting thought. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I'm going to wrap my video up there. That's pretty much everything I wanted to really cover. I just kind of wanted to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section. I have another video going out tomorrow though, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys tomorrow and goodbye.